Samsung's next Ultra might finally deliver a meaningful charging leap that many Galaxy fans have been asking for. Multiple leaks point to the Galaxy S26 Ultra jumping to 60W wired charging along with a significant upgrade to wireless speeds. If you've been waiting for faster top-ups without compromising battery health, this could be the generation where Samsung moves the needle in a noticeable way, especially for busy users who live on short, opportunistic charging windows throughout the day. 25W wireless on S26 Ultra. A bigger deal than it sounds. On paper, the jump from 15W to 25W wireless represents a 67% increase in peak power, but the practical benefit goes beyond the number. Wireless charging efficiency has historically been limited by coil alignment and heat. If the S26 Ultra embraces magnet-aligned charging under the QI2 standard or a compatible proprietary extension, placement becomes more precise, coil-to-coil coupling improves, and actual delivered power stays closer to the advertised peak. That means desk and bedside charging finally feel worthwhile for short sessions, not just overnight. To support 25W wirelessly, expect upgraded copper coil windings, better thermal pads and graphite layers, and firmware that modulates power to keep temperatures stable. Reverse wireless charging remains a question. The S25 Ultra offered 4.5W, which is fine for earbuds and smartwatches, but a bump to something like 7.510W would align better with competitors and make on-the-go top-offs meaningfully faster. Whether Samsung chooses to increase that output will depend on thermal headroom and coil design. Either way, keeping the feature is almost certain given its utility. Good news for non-Ultra buyers. S26 and S26 Plus, it isn't just the Ultra reportedly getting love. Leaks indicate the Galaxy S26 and S26 Plus could step up from 15W to 20W wireless charging. While not as dramatic as the Ultra's rumored 25W, this is still a clear quality-of-life improvement that spreads faster, more reliable wireless charging across the mainstream Galaxy lineup. If Samsung standardizes stronger magnets and QE2 support on these models, users can expect more consistent charging on stands, in cars, and with magnetic power banks, reducing the frustration of misaligned coils and aborted sessions. Design and dimensions from the latest fresh renders are making the rounds, and Universe Ice has shared specific measurements that paint a picture of the S26 family's silhouette. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is tipped at 163.6, 78.1 x 7.9 mm. Those dimensions suggest the staple Ultra characteristics remain: a premium slab design, squared-off profile, and room for a large battery and advanced cooling. The thickness hints at a careful balance between accommodating higher wattage charging hardware and keeping the phone slim enough to feel modern in the hand. The standard Galaxy S26 is listed at 149.4 x 71.5 x 6.9 mm, which points to an impressively thin and compact device likely aimed at users who prioritize one-handed comfort. Other reports show slight variances, which is normal at this stage. Final figures will only be locked once Samsung announces the phones. Given the Ultra's track record, an integrated S Pen is still likely, and the chassis measurements are consistent with maintaining that productivity hallmark without ballooning thickness. If the S26 line truly goes thinner, Samsung's thermal design, vapor chambers, graphite layers, and heat spreaders will be doing more work than ever to keep those charging upgrades performant and safe. MagSafe style alignment and QI2 possibilities. Separate leaks hint at a thinner build and a MagSafe style magnetic ring, which lines up with the Wireless Power Consortium's QI2 standard. QI2 brings a magnet-to-magnet alignment system that makes placement almost foolproof, reducing energy wasted as heat and maintaining consistent transfer at higher wattages. If the S26 Ultra and its siblings adopt QE2 with a Samsung-specific extension to hit 2025W, users get the best of both worlds: a standards-based foundation for broad accessory compatibility and the performance headroom of a proprietary handshake when paired with Samsung-certified pads and stands. This also unlocks a richer accessory ecosystem. Think slim magnetic power banks that stick securely, 3-in-1 desktop chargers that snap into place, and car mounts that charge reliably over bumpy roads without repositioning. It's not just convenience. Alignment translates into cooler coils, better sustained speeds, and less long-term battery stress context versus competitors. It's helpful to place these rumored specs in the broader market. Several Chinese brands push 80W to 120W wired charging and 50W wireless on certain models, trading long-term battery wear for headline speed. Apple typically peaks around 27W wired with MagSafe-based 15W wireless on iPhone, while Google's Pixel line sits in the roughly mid-20W wired range with up to 23W wireless on the Pixel Stand 2. If Samsung lands on 60W wired and 25W wireless, it splits the difference. Fast enough to feel transformative day to day, but conservative enough to align with Samsung's reputation for safety, reliability, and battery longevity. That balance often matters more to mainstream buyers than absolute fastest-in-class numbers that only hold for a few minutes. Pricing and where the S25 Ultra sits. Now official S26 series pricing hasn't surfaced, and Samsung typically locks that close to launch. In the meantime, the Galaxy S25 Ultra remains widely available, with current street pricing cited at around $725 for the 256GB model with 12GB RAM and about $920 for the 512GB version. If you need a device today, the S25 Ultra is still a powerhouse, with mature cameras, strong performance, and excellent battery life. If, however, rapid wired and wireless charging is high on your wish list, and you're intrigued by magnet-aligned accessories, the S26 Ultra's rumored feature set could justify the wait. Early buyers can also expect the usual launch window incentives like trade-in bonuses and bundle deals, which may soften any price increase tied to the upgraded hardware. The bottom line, the Galaxy S26 Ultra's rumored 60W wired and 25W wireless charging signals Samsung's intent to modernize power delivery without compromising battery health or brand trust. With the Galaxy S26 and S26 Plus also tipped for 20W wireless, the entire lineup could feel faster and more convenient in everyday use. Combine that with slimmer dimensions, potential MagSafe-style QI2 alignment, and ongoing camera and performance upgrades, and the S26 family looks poised to be one of Samsung's most balanced and user-centric refreshes in years. It's not about chasing the highest wattage headline. It's about delivering consistent, cool, and convenient charging that actually fits how people live. Important disclaimer. Everything here is based on leaks and early reports, notably from UniverseIce and circulating renders. Specifications, dimensions, charging wattages, and features can change before launch. Always wait for Samsung's official announcement for final details, and expect real-world testing to confirm how these charging upgrades perform under everyday conditions. Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra charging leak. 60W wired and 25W wireless are reportedly on the way, with Galaxy S26 and S26 Plus also tipped for 20W wireless. This deep dive breaks down the upgrades over S25 Ultra, the rumored QI2 MagSafe style alignment, leaked dimensions, expected release window, charger and cable tips for peak speeds, and whether you should wait or buy the S25 Ultra now.